Hi guys, and welcome back to the garden. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Blanca. So today's video, I'm gonna walk you guys around because it is still too chilly for me to fertilize or apply any type of pesticide that I am dying to apply. Not sure if it's too cold for the orchids, but for me, it's definitely too cold. So I do not dare to turn on a hose when it's this cold outside because I am freezing. So I am making this video holding my cup of coffee in my hand, which is going to keep me warm. And here is my Kika. She was shaking. Come, let's go inside. Come on. Come on, let's go. And it's been taking me forever to get my puppies out because they get cold too. You guys are from Miami. You guys don't like cold weather. So you guys, let's walk the garden. Let's walk the garden on this chilly morning. So like I said, we're going to postpone the fertilizing and the applying of the pesticide one more day. Hopefully by tomorrow it'll be a little bit warmer, or maybe when I get home from work I can also do that. It's not as sunny, so if it's a little bit warmer when I get home from work, I will definitely try to especially apply the pesticide, because the thrips, I mean, I worry every minute that they are spreading. So I really want to get them, I really want to get my orchids treated. So let's walk the garden, see what's going on. I mean, cherry babies as usual, you guys. They don't care if it's cold. They don't care we just had a huge storm. They don't care if it's hot. They just bloom away nonstop in this garden. Let me know if you guys collect cherry babies and your experience with them, because mine love to be mounted. I think I'm gonna put the ones that I have inside my pots under my terrace. I think I'm gonna mount those too. I'm gonna wait a little while. Once we get back to our regular 80 degrees in January. No, it's gonna be cold for a few weeks. At least this week, and next week it's gonna be still cold. So, update on my Dendrobium nobilis. Look at how big they're getting, these buds. And I also noticed that my anosmums are starting to bud up, and I'm going to show you what those look like if you've never seen them. I first noticed them in Ophi when I was there for the show, that their anosmums were starting to bud up, and I thought it was a little bit premature for them to start budding up. Normally I get flowers from them in March, but everything's blooming quickly this year. Because those Dendrobium nobilis usually don't start to bloom either until probably the end of February. So I believe that everything has been, I'm a little bare under here because everything is still under my terrace. So I believe everything is starting to prematurely bloom because of the cold spike that we got in November. I believe that's what's happening, because I am getting flowers earlier this year. So I am missing a Violetta because she's still under my terrace, which is the one that's in spike. I have not moved them out here. And I am also missing anything that was in bloom, except for a few that I got that are in spike. So another excitement about having the cold weather come is that I'm getting lots of Cattleya buds. These have really benefited from the cold temps that we got in November. It's managed to shoot out those spikes and those buds. And this Vanda is still blooming. Let's see, you guys. So my sprinkler systems did go on this morning, even though it's a little cold. I forgot to turn them off. So everything has been watered already. Let's see. I did relocate my Vanda that had fungus. I put her away from all the other Vandas so it doesn't get anything else sick. And I'm going to show you my anosma before I forget. And this yellow Cattleya, I showed it in the video. So last video when I had the chicken in my garden, I really couldn't talk too much about this one. So she is really cute. I don't know what her name is. You guys asked, but I have no idea. She's got another bud right over here. And all this white stuff is pollen. I am getting a little bit annoyed of all the pollen that is coming off of my palm trees. I've got so much pollen all over. So if you guys have any idea of what this could be, let me know. I want to say it's like a golden nugget, but my golden nugget, you know what? I think it's a golden nugget. So maybe it's a golden nugget. It's all wet right now because of the sprinklers. So that one's really, really pretty. So let me show you what's going on with the anasmums. So if you guys have anasmums and you're new to anasmums, Dendrobium anasmums, and you've never had them and you've had them and you were freaking out because all the leaves fell off. Well, when your leaves fall, it just means that your orchid is getting ready to start to bloom. Well, it takes a little while for it to start to bloom. Don't quote me. But see these little nodes here? So these little nodes are flowers that are going to start to form, and you will get flowers very soon. So look out for this, for these little nodes on your dendrobium canes of your Dendrobium anasmum. I mean, they're all starting to begin the process of flowering. And these always get me worried, because I'm pretty sure they look like this when they're gonna flower and when they're gonna die. They're just so bare. But no, this is here an indication that they're gonna flower. So look how pretty. Well, not pretty, but look at how interesting how they're all starting to know. So if I wouldn't have seen that at Ophi, I was still I wouldn't have any idea that they were gonna start to flower. So I'm excited that mine are going to flower. You guys also had many questions about my the orchids that I keep in media. So these are the ones that I normally keep in media, which are the Dendrobium species that I get from Smiley, and I keep them in the sphagnum moss and in these baskets. And these baskets look super familiar because they are the same baskets that the orchid supply store sent me. So if you want to get some of these baskets or some New Zealand moss, which is what I use for which is my choice of media for these type of orchids. Actually, I use sphagnum for everything. I do not like bark for some reason, other than the fact that it's super messy. Since I don't keep anything really potted, I've always used sphagnum moss, and can't speak. And the few times that I've like really gotten into potting and all that stuff that I've used the bark chips, it just makes a mess everywhere. So bark chips are really good. They don't get as moist as the sphagnum moss, so it's a really good choice of media too. But I pretty much only use sphagnum moss for the small orchids that I have potted, which is my dendrobiums, these species here, a few phals that I like to keep in the sphagnum moss that I like to repot, and that's it. And that's it. So these baskets, if you guys are wondering, these are the same ones that I got with the orchid supply store, and the sphagnum moss, which is like that New Zealand. So these are all my dendrobium species right here from Smiley. I saw a really, really pretty pink one that I want to add because I think these are all yellow. So I think the next one's gonna be a pink one. I need to get in touch with Smiley and ask her about that pink one. I saw it in Nelson's video and I loved it. So I might be adding that to my collection. You guys, the Hoyas are doing amazing. They're starting to really grow and tangle up on the up here on the cables. So I really like that I decided to do that, because little by little my Hoya collection is growing. I've got all different types, and they just grow alongside the orchids and they love it. I think I might have a peduncle in one of the ones in the front, and I haven't brought over my new one. Look at these from Rick. Now these are my fancy Hoyas. So I've got Hoyas all over the garden, and then I've got all over here under the orchid section, and then I've got the fancy ones. So these are the ones from Work and Swiffer, the ones that he gives me, or that he's gifted me. Look at that leaf, how beautiful. So those Hoyas are beautiful. Their flowers are just amazing. I can't wait for those to bloom. And then the other Hoyas I get from different vendors anytime I go to an orchid show. So the next orchid show, you guys, that I'm going to be attending is going to be the one in Boca. I can't wait. There's one this weekend, and you see I was going to forget. There's one this weekend in Fort Lauderdale, which is the Fort Lauderdale Orchid Society. They're hosting it. I believe it's in the Broward Convention Center. I will not be a vendor there. I might pop in on Saturday because there's an orchid that I want to get. And if I get a phone call back or a text back from the vendor, I will go in to grab it, and then I'll make a video if I go on Saturday, but that's not for sure. It's not for sure. See, look at this beautiful flower spike, you guys. If this is affected by thrips, I'm gonna be so sad. It looks a little brown, but I'm telling you, I need to get out here and treat for thrips. I think I'm gonna do it this afternoon. So if I do it this afternoon, I'll just do it on camera, or like do a little bit while I start to fertilize. I've got another flower spike there, and probably post it in the morning to get you guys motivated. Hopefully it's not too cold where you are. I am a wimp when it comes to cold weather. I am so cold, and I go every year. I take my kids, and I love it. I go every December. We try to go up and see snow and go ski. My kids ski and stuff, so they love it. But for some reason, I don't mind that cold. When I'm over there, I don't mind that cold, and it's like in the teens, or like maybe one time we were up there and it was like -7. Like, I don't mind that cold. But if I'm home and it gets under 50 degrees here, I am miserable and freezing. It's so crazy. Miami cold is not the same as, you know, up north cold, like, you know, West Virginia cold or Colorado cold for some reason. Anyway, so this is my Brassavola. So this girl is going to be very soon on a mount, and I can't wait to do that and show you guys. Of course, I'm gonna get help from my amazing friends, Laz and Nelson, which you guys already know that they are like the best. So I think Nelson's gonna do like a tutorial, and I'm gonna be there like first in class, like in the first seat of that classroom, learning how to attach these on the mounts, because he's gonna teach me. So I can't wait for that one. I can't wait to do that project and get you guys all involved. That's gonna be super fun. And what else? And then I don't know, we just have so many things that we're planning, so stay tuned. If you're not, and I never say this, but if you're not subscribed to my channel, you know, subscribe, because we've got a lot of fun and exciting videos coming up. But no, seriously, I'm gonna be learning how to do that with all the mounts that I got. And these are this is my little aeroid section over here. I don't know anything about taking care of these type of plants. I just hope that they're in a good location. I mean, they look like they're alive and they're doing okay, right? So yeah, so lots of videos coming up. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And what else? Just hoping that the flower spikes that I have will survive the thrips, because it's coming, you guys. It's coming, I promise. Either this afternoon or tomorrow morning, I'm gonna come out here and treat all of these guys for thrips. And you guys are not seeing any flowers because I have them all under my terrace. Everything that's in flower, I have it still under my terrace. I have not brought it out. And that's it. This is today's video. Let's walk over there so you guys can see at least the pretty flowers that I had blooming while I walk and end this video. What else was I gonna tell you guys? So yeah, stay tuned for future videos, because I have lots of plans. don't forget, if you're like in the Fort Lauderdale area, go visit them. They always put out a great show. I didn't tell you guys what orchid I was getting. So I do want to get another Rosy Sunset F. If you guys see it around, please send me a message, because I do want to get another one. That is a signature orchid for my collection, and I want to take more pictures of my candles. My collection, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. So my candles, when I first started my candle business back in 2019, my Rosy Sunset F is an orchid that I use as like the main picture. And I want to take some new pictures, and I need a pretty big Rosy Sunset F orchid. So if you guys find one, let me know. I already called Ritters. They're gonna be at Fort Lauderdale, and I told them that you guys have any Rosy Sunset Fs, please let me know, because I want to get one. But if you all are around and find one, leave it in the comment section, or just message me on any of my videos, and I'll be able to see that. So I'm on the hunt for a pretty big Oncidium Rosy Sunset F. So if you guys find one, let me know. All right, so we're gonna go walk under here. I'm gonna show you my Angrecum. So she's starting to open everywhere. I showed her to you guys when I did the haul from my show. There you go. And I showed these beauties, but I really haven't gotten up close and talked to you about them. They're just so pretty, right? And I have not been out here to smell them when they smell, because they're super fragrant, because it's been cold. But today, hopefully, I'll be able to come out here and smell them. So normally they get their fragrance about 4 days after they start to bloom. So isn't that gorgeous? I love them. I love them. So that's my beautiful Angrecum. I still have my coffee. I have to finish it. And then none of these guys have been put out. And then my orchids, my Vandas in bloom. There you go. And my Violetta, look at those flower spikes. Kind of thought it was a good idea, not only for the drop in temperature, but because of thrips. I don't want thrips to get anywhere near this beauty. So she's still under here. So that's it, you guys. This was today's video. Thank you for joining me. And tomorrow, or later on this afternoon, I promise I will do a video of the fertilizing, so we can all fertilize together like I promised. Once a week, we gotta get out here and do it. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye-bye.